I'm Matt. This is Desiree. We're here on November 21st, 2016. It was a Monday, and we were talking about musicality and phrasing. So we talked about how music that we dance West Coast swing to is phrased in eighths. It's different if you're dancing waltz, but we're not dancing waltz. So our basic pattern is 6 counts, which means it doesn't line up perfectly with the music. We have that 2 extra beats. And so it's important to be able to hear when the ones happen within that 8-beat chunk, so that you can have a little bit of an accent in your dance. So we talked about a few steps to sort of get that. We started out just completely by ourselves, listen to some music, and just practice pointing when the 1 happened. From there, we did this still by ourselves, but doing 6-count footwork. So. This is step 2 now, so we took it to step 3. We did this in partnership. We did this so that you could practice essentially patting your head while rubbing your stomach. It's difficult to do multiple things at once. So first off, we started out just playing step 1 so you could hear the ones in the music. You all did that fine. Moving on to step 2, you're thinking about doing your footwork while still pointing. So you're starting to have 2 actions at the same time because you have footwork and the pointing. With step 3, you add in a 3rd action where you're actually leading and following your partner. So you're thinking about the lead and the follow. You're thinking about the steps, and you're thinking about the 1. So we're getting progressively more and more complicated. From there, we took it to step 4, where instead of just pointing, we did slightly different actions. So the first one we did was shrug shoulders. This is pretty easy to do. It just works the same as pointing. Shrug. 7, 8, shrug. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, shrug. From there, a little more complicated, we did a knee pop. So that
getting into actual variations, actual depth.
Yeah, this has to change my basic footwork a little bit. So instead of stepping 1, 2, I now do pop and 2. If it happens during the 1. If it happens on the 3 of the pattern, I do 3, I pop, and then step 4. If it happens on 5, I do pop on 5, step on 6.
There has to be a replace so you can get to the weight shift that you need.
Same as the follower. So I'll just do this all together as if there were 3 ones. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here.
From there, we took it to step 4.5, which was I didn't count you in. You were by yourself, and you could do either any of those 3 actions or something else you made up. You guys got creative, which was great, and then hopefully you'll come back next week because we'll start to actually integrate patterns that line up to hit these accents now that we can hear them. And also hopefully you'll practice this at home. You can use any song that comes on the radio. For the most part, it doesn't matter if it's like West Coast tempo or not because we're just practicing any accents. That was your class. Thank you all for coming and hope you had fun.